Yo,
Hey man, how you doing?
good. How are you?
Hey, pretty good, man. Pretty good. I've been watching your channel for a while. Kind of helped me a lot. I'm not. I'm new. I'm very new, but I'm not that new. I already got my truck. I just want to ask for a little bit of advice with
Mm,
a couple of things. So I pretty much started. I got my authority in January. Purchased a truck. I got a loan, business loan to get
mm-hmm,
that. I bought my truck of an auction. So pretty much when before I even got my authority, of course I watched a lot of stuff, man, for like a good 6 months. I didn't just jump into it. I'm not gonna say I'm an expert, but I did a lot of research before I pulled the gun with like getting my authority, getting that loan for the truck, especially with how interest rates are right now. But
mm-hmm.
pretty much my first idea that I had in my mind was doing, and that's what I want to ask you about a little bit because I know that's what you do with your company. I wanted to do final mile. That's what I first kind of wanted to do. Then once I started getting more into it, I realized that, like you were saying, like it's not that easy. Like I need an employee and all these things. So I before I bought the truck, I kind of switched gears and I just uh, made the plan to just go OTR. I actually purchased one of your things that you offer in your webpage, business plan. I went ahead
Mm-hmm.
and did that. I purchased a dispatching truck, a dispatching course. Did that too. And right now, I got a couple trucks. I got two trucks. I got a 26-foot Freightliner 2015. I got a 24-foot International 2017, and I got one driver. I drive the other one. I dispatch both. So just kind of so you know where I'm at baseline.
Mm-hmm.
It's going good. Stuff is OTR. We have a good area that we kind of run to. We have a couple of relationships with a couple of brokers.
Mm-hmm.
But just given how the market is, my question, I guess, is I've been thinking. So we've been doing OTR for around about to be 6 months now. Um, my question is, as I told you, my initial plan was going final mile. So I actually got at first right when I got the truck, right when I got my authority active, I got an offer from Rooms to Go,
Mm-hmm.
and they told me it was like $600 a day minimum. But I ran into that problem that I didn't have an employee. I didn't know how much I had to pay the employee to make it profitable. I just didn't have the knowledge when it came to um, going with that. So that's why I've been doing OTR. So my question is, if I were to transition to that, I just need a little bit of guidance. I just need you to kind of like know my situation. Uh, just give me like overview of what you think. Should I just stay OTR, given how the market is, or do you think it's a good time to transition to final mile?
Are you? What are you doing in OTR? Are you doing good?
It's not bad. I feel like this past month and a half, just rates have been down. Um, I think it's just been kind of a rough start just because of a new authority. Now it's getting easier. Now I'm past 3 months. I'm coming up on 6 months, so it's been easier to get loads. Rates have been, wishy washy nowadays. But I mean, I'm not the only one dealing with that, of course. Um, I would like just because of my driver retention. Because the thing is that when my second truck, I got to the point where I had another driver, so I was just dispatching both. So I was doing that 100% of the time. But one of them left, and then I was thinking it would be easier to retain employees if it's local. You know what I'm saying? Because that's what, of course, they complain about. Is they're on the road all the time.
Mm-hmm.
So that's the only reason why I've been like thinking about final mile because in my mind, and I might be wrong. I haven't done it. You have done it. That's why I want to ask you. It'll be easier to retain those drivers if they stay local.
It depends. This is more labor intensive, right? So
Okay.
you got labor intensive versus being away from your family, being away from your
Hmm.
wife, your girlfriend, whatever. Um, and I don't know how often you watch. My answer is always paying handsomely. You pay a person handsome enough, uh, you don't give them the opportunity to want to leave. You pay them handsome and you keep them working. You keep them tired and you keep them paid. You keep their pockets stuffed. You keep them fatigued.
Mhm.
They don't have an opportunity. They're too tired to go look for other shit, and they making money. So
Yeah, yeah,
they're so but just like you got people that want to come home, you're gonna have people that that work may be a little bit too difficult. The only way you
hmm
can cure that is by paying them handsomely. So
yeah. Because where I'm at right now, so I had that guy leave, and it didn't matter. I hop on my truck, I do it myself. But I'm thinking about in the future if I want to scale, it just makes it hard if I don't delegate that function. You
well
know what I'm saying? If I'm
that's what
driving
I was
and
talking.
dispatching two trucks.
Well, here's the thing: in order to scale, you have to hire people and retain them. If you have people leaving, you can't scale. Okay, you got one truck, you got two truck. You want to go to three, but if the person that you hired for the second truck, now you got to replace that truck and retain them before you
Hmm
go. So you have to hire people and retention, right?
hmm
Um, the best way to keep your retention uh, rate high is by paying people handsomely. That's how I was able to do it. Right. I focused on making my money in volume,
hmm
and I made sure people's pockets was full. As
hmm
time went on, what I was paying, I showed some of my books yesterday from over 10 years ago, right? In comparison to 2022, you talking about you had guys making 10 to $13 back then, and you had guys making $25 to $60 in 2022, right? My rates went up. I paid people more money, because guess what? It's a
hmm
pandemic. People don't want to come to work. Yo, I'm paying $50 an hour. I
Yeah.
got the margin. You see what I'm saying?
hmm
I'm not trying to, I understand as a business owner, I'm going to continue to make money over time by keeping people working. If people quit and shit like that, then I'm not making no money.
Yeah, it just slows down for sure.
So,
I think that's why I've been able to keep that one guy is because thankfully my operating costs are not high really. So I'm able to pay him more, but I keep the truck moving, and I value that more than just. I'm sorry, my dog over here tripping.
what's that? Doberman?
Uh,
What's that? I
yeah,
just saw the
I got a
nose.
Adobe. Yeah, I got a
Yeah,
Adobe.
I could tell by the nose. Yeah.
I got a couple of them actually. But yeah, that's kind of how I've been able to keep that guy. I think that's my best guy so far. He ain't perfect, but he's always available. But I do pay him right. So what I'm trying to like, and I think you kind of hit home with that. You're focusing on making your money in volume, and I feel like yeah, the better you pay, the less you make. But I mean, common sense, simple math. If you have more trucks, then you're making more money. So definitely.
Mm-hmm. What do you? What's
All
your
right,
what's
man.
your cost per mile over the road?
So it's close with one of the trucks with the Freightliner is close to 90 some cents, 95, 96 cents, depending on the diesel price. That went down a little bit this past week, so I'll have to adjust. I have an Excel sheet that I pretty much try to. It's not 100% accurate, but it just
Mm-hmm.
kind of gives me a good baseline on what to charge on or
Mm-hmm.
what not to accept on the loads. But as long as I'm making, which of course I don't aim that low, but as long as I'm making above 120 per mile, I'm not I'm not in a bad place. Of course, I want to make more than that, but
So you doing one pick, one drops then?
not all the time, not every time. 95% of the time, yeah, but there's here and there I do different multiple drops.
Yeah, if you did partials, you could make more. I mean, if you saying 90 cents is your cost per mile, and
Say a dollar, say a dollar, say a dollar
you're
to
taking
round it up.
loads for 120.
No, sometimes it has. As I told you, this last month was a little tough with rates all around. And there were a couple loads that I had to take for around 120, 135 just to keep the truck moving. But I always aim to at least 160 per mile. That's kind of what I want to stay on. It just depends on the lane too. Not every lane pays great, but um, it's just finding that I feel like, and the reason why I got on here, I feel like, and I maybe just with how the market is, I feel like it's been like I've been like very stuck. You know what I'm saying? Like I wouldn't say I'm like struggling, like surviving, but it's just not breaking through. If you know what I mean. And maybe I've only been in it about to be 6 months. Maybe that's just how it is in some seasons. What I'm afraid of is if it's gonna be like that all the time. You know what I'm saying?
So are you profitable or no?
I am
What's your profit margin?
around so with both trucks because the thing is that I just bought the
You should
last truck
know.
a month
You
ago.
should know your books. You should do your books. You should know what your margins
I,
are.
yeah, I've been slacking on that. I ain't gonna lie.
There you have it. So you don't know if you're profitable or not.
No, no, no. So I don't know. I don't have a percentage, but I do have a Excel spreadsheet where I put every load, how much we spend on diesel, how much we've gained per load, how much I'm spending and paying the drivers, and how much we made like gross. So I do have a good idea. We are profitable. I don't have the percentage for you. I ain't gonna lie to you.
What have you grossed thus far in the 6 months you've been operating?
Uh, a total of around as of now, because the last time I did all my math was April 15th. It was because as I told you, I only had one truck until a month ago. I purchased my second one. That truck was making around, on average, those first 4 months, around 14,000 a month gross. And that was the first month and a half. Man, it was tough because of the new authority.
So you ain't even
So I
made
was
a
like,
hundred grand. You haven't even grossed 100 grand.
not yet.
So how much money have you netted
After paying my drivers,
after how
on
just how
average,
much have you netted your company? What's your net?
every month around 4 grand after all expenses.
And that's include paying yourself or no?
No, just pay my drivers.
Paying your drivers. What about your insurance?
After everything, after insurance, after diesel, after maintenance, I've made a total of around in between 3 and 4 thousand these past 5 months that I've been in business.
So do you pay yourself?
I feel like I haven't been able to, man. Honestly, no. Like what I would do is, for example, the only way I've paid myself is as dispatcher. I take 8 to 10% per load, and that's what I pay myself. But that's
Wait, you
pretty much
paying
it.
yourself as a dispatcher?
Yeah, because I dispatch the trucks. I don't have a dispatcher. I do
You
that myself.
dispatch? You talking about dispatching your own trucks, or you
Yeah,
charge
no, my
other
own, my own.
people?
Just my own. Nobody else.
So that's how you justify paying yourself. You just pay yourself 8% as a dispatcher,
Of every load, yeah, or of the gross that we make.
and then where all the other money go into cash flow.
Yeah, I just leave it there, man, because I don't want to just take it out and I mean, I'm not like, oh, everything's tight.
How
I'm be
how
out of business, but
how are you
with
paying
how
these
everything
guys?
is,
How are you paying them?
I pay them. So the guy that I let go, or that actually quit, I didn't let him go. I was actually just paying them a percentage of the load. With the other guys, since I have lower operating costs on that first truck that I purchased, I go pretty much we go after whatever we spend on fuel, we go half and half.
Wait, wait,
So,
wait, wait.
for example, a load is $1,000, right? And then we spend $200 on diesel. The profit that we have after the fuel expenses, we split it.
So if you got a load that pays $1,000, you pay 200 for fuel. That's 800. You pay your driver 400, and then you take 400.
Mm-hmm.
No.
Or the company takes 400.
Mm-mm. Mm-mm.
What's a better way? Well, I'm
Just
here, man.
so just forget everything else, huh?
What you mean by everything else?
You run a load, and you
Mm-hmm.
whatever you spend in diesel, y'all split the rest.
Yeah.
What about everything else?
Talking about maintenance, insurance, all of that.
Insurance, your log, your whatever your variable, the tolls, whatever.
Well, for example, and maybe that's why I haven't been making as much because, I'm gonna give you the example. The first truck, which is the only one that I have with a driver, um, I spend 1,500 on insurance. I always take around 10% of whatever I make, 8% on maintenance. So I have a total of around monthly expenses on the truck, 22, 2,300. Or that's how it's been this past few months.
So
I
here's
know
the
a
thing.
breakdown could change that.
Earlier, I
Yeah.
asked you what's your cost per mile. You gave me a number, but now I don't believe
hmm
it. Because if this is your model,
hmm
then what was that number that you gave me earlier?
That's
Because
that
a
because
co-
as I told you, go ahead.
because a cost per mile is based on your fixed and your variable costs, but you're not calculating
hmm
your fixed and your variable costs. You're just calculating diesel. So then, what formula
No,
are you using? Or are you just throwing numbers out there?
the only thing that is not calculated in that formula is the driver pay because I have that Excel sheet as me driving myself because I do drive
So,
one of the
so,
trucks myself.
so you don't have a cost per mile. You don't. Because if
An
your
accurate
if your
no.
payment structure, you don't. Because if your payment structure is low pays X minus Y, which would be
Diesel,
diesel,
yeah. hmm
whatever is left, you divide that between you and the driver.
hmm
You're over. You may over. You may be. You no. You're not. Maybe you're overpaying the driver every time you pay him. You
hmm
may not be able to afford to pay. You're paying him. You're overpaying him. You don't even know what. So when I ask you, are you profitable? I don't think you are. What's when I ask you, like, okay, well, how much have you made? We're going into 5 months. You got 2 trucks. You've been operating a second truck for 30 days,
hmm
right?
hmm
You really don't know how much you've grossed.
I got the total of all the loads that we've done, but yeah.
But that's not how you run a business. You don't even know your cost per mile. You don't know what it's costing to operate your truck. You don't even have the proper. You're not even.
No, you're
You
right.
giving
You're right.
a driver
I
fifty
know.
percent minus fuel, fuck insurance, fuck everything else. Now you making me curse. I said I wasn't gonna curse. Now you making me curse. So everything else, you know, I said, man, you came on good. You got me at the beginning. I'm like, okay, we got us to go there door.
No, no, no.
But
Look, man. I didn't. I
now
didn't
we
go. I
gotta
didn't come here.
oh, go ahead.
I
I'm
ain't
gonna
come
let
here
you
to
finish.
brag. I ain't come here to brag. I came here because I need
Nah,
help. That's why I came here.
nah,
To
but you
tell me
came
what I'm
on.
gonna do.
You came on. I'm like, all right. I'm listening. But so now I gotta. I thought I hung that hat up for the rest of the night. I said, man, it can't get no worse than what we just went through. You don't know your cost per mile. You don't know what it's costing you to run your business. You're overpaying your workers. You know how? Because you haven't even included none of the other costs to run that load. That driver is winning. He's getting. Listen, he ain't gonna leave you. You know why? Because he's your business partner. He's your
Mm-hmm.
business partner, and he ain't even paying shit going into it. He is not assuming any of the costs
Other than fuel,
that
yeah.
you accrue to operate your business. Wait a minute. He's putting in for the fuel?
No, no, no. He's not. He's not. Like you said, the only thing that
Right.
he's
You're
paying
splitting
for,
you're
yeah,
splitting. He's paying for what?
fuel.
How's he paying for fuel?
No, he's not. Like that's what I'm saying, quote unquote. Like he's like we splitting everything after
You're
fee.
you're okay. So yeah, he's making 50% just off of the difference from you paying fuel. So
Mm-hmm.
once you add in all your other variable and your fixed costs, he would if you added that shit in, you wouldn't pay him that much.
Mm-hmm.
So it's
Mm-hmm.
almost like he's your business partner, but he ain't putting shit into the business.
Pretty much, yeah, yeah.
Yeah, he ain't
That's
gonna leave
accurate,
you. He
actually.
ain't gonna leave you. He's actually getting over on you, and you letting him. Actually, you giving him the opportunity to do it. Because
Mm-hmm.
if you paid him what you really should pay him, then we would be having that conversation that we was having earlier.
Yeah, and that's what happened with the other guy, with the new guy. Like I was just paying him pretty much around 20% of every load,
Why?
and
How do you know you even had a 20% margin to pay him?
it's
You
true. I
don't.
didn't know.
So
Didn't
you
know.
don't know if you profitable or not. You think you may be profitable and you may be in the red.
I just gotta
Nah,
make sure how much I'm actually. What's my cost per
make
mile, right? Let's start
you
from
should
there.
you should know that.
Hmm.
You got a spreadsheet. What's the purpose of having it? You
That
don't know
shit
the
ain't
formula for
accurate.
your cost per
Clearly,
mile? You don't know the formula for your cost per mile?
I mean, I put my my fixed costs and then variable costs. I only put maintenance and fuel, but
Why?
that
That ain't the only
why
two
did I?
costs. Everything that you spend money on.
No, that's true. I did put my DAT low bore subscription. I did put my what else? What else?
Y'all running over the road, right? Y'all running through
Hmm.
tolls.
Tolls,
Y'all
yeah. No, I,
are,
I
are y'all
didn't. I
y'all
did. I
sleeping in
didn't
the
account for
truck?
tolls.
You sleeping in the truck?
Yeah, yeah.
Where you take your showers at? You washing your ass, right?
No, yeah. We up to Planet Fitness. We go to Planet Fitness. We both got a Planet Fitness membership, and that's what we do.
But you eating everything that's associated with operating
Hmm.
that truck. Tolls, your log, your electronic log, that
We
subscription.
have, yeah, we have Garmin, so we don't have a subscription, but
Wait, wait,
yeah,
wait, 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 wait. You don't got a ELD?
yeah. The Garmin one, it's a little more expensive, but they don't charge you a monthly fee. So usually they're like 30, $40 to buy, and then you pay like a 30, 40, $50 monthly subscription, usually with ELDs. But the Garmin one is around 250 to 300. But the actual you don't have a membership that you pay every month.
So what fees do you pay, man? What's all the fees that you pay?
So like you talking about my fixed costs?
Your fixed cost going. You got a truck note
Yes, 350. It's 350 a month.
on both for each truck.
No, for one of them.
Why you not adding that? You ain't even mentioned that. I'm thinking your truck's been paid for because you haven't mentioned your truck note not one time. So I'm
No,
just
yes, yes.
assuming the truck's paid for. So you not even
I do
adding your
have a truck.
truck note,
No, I do have a truck now. It's 352 a month.
bruh. I gotta hit the button on you, bruh.
You tweaking.
Bruh. I got a video on cost per mile, man. It's less than 2 minutes, bro. I advise you to go watch it.
Yeah, I'm gonna do that as soon as I get up this call, man, for sure.
Like you came on. I thought you, but nah, bro. You just like you no, bro. Where you live at? Where you from?
I'm from overseas actually, from Venezuela, but I live in Texas.
Were you born here?
Nah,
You came over here with the
I I got a basketball scholarship, and I came for college. I used to hoop.
but you speak English fluently.
I went to school here
You went to
long
school.
enough.
How old are you? How old are you?
29
And when did you come here?
in 2013.
Oh, so you've been here a minute.
Yeah, yeah.
Okay. So you ain't come with the new batch.
Nah,
Okay. So
not at
you
all.
a little entitled then. You probably frown upon them a little bit. You probably a part of
Actually,
the
don't. Actually, don't. Actually, don't. Actually, don't.
you
But
probably, man, I speak good English. I got my truck. So let me ask you this.
yeah,
Who you got working for you?
a guy working for me, the
Yeah, who
guy
you
that
got
I'm
working
paying
for you?
real good,
Is he legal?
illegal.
You said illegal
Look,
or he
no,
legal?
no, he legal. No, he's legal.
Oh,
And I
oh,
know what
okay.
you're asking. I've been tempted. I've been tempted to, but no, I'm doing all my shit legal, man. I'm not doing that. But hey, that has been presented to me. I just, especially with the new batch,
Mm-hmm.
man. But no, no, no. We're running everything legal. Everybody's in the insurance. Everybody has their DOT medical card. All of that. Everybody good.
Bruh, get your shit together, bruh.
I am,
Get
man.
your get your shit together, bruh. Cause you ain't making
I
no
am.
money, bruh. That's why you come on here to talk about, man, these past couple months, and I'm listening, but bro, get your shit together, bro.
Facts.
Get it. The one guy left because he wasn't getting paid. This guy staying because you paying him to what you probably would pay him. He probably would have been gone a long time ago with buddy ass. Especially with the rates you telling me you running. That's why I'm just listening. I'm like, it ain't adding up. You ain't really making no money.
Mhm.
The numbers ain't math. The math ain't mathing. How what kind of truck? Why your note 350? What kind of truck you paying a 350 $350 note on?
It's 2015 Freightliner, 26 foot,
Where'd you buy it from?
dog height. Taylor Martin, the auction.
Who financing it?
They have a company called Taycor that gives business loans. They work with the Taylor Martin website,
What
or
what
they're promoted. They're promoted in that website.
how much did you buy the truck for? Or bid win it for or whatever?
15.
Fifteen
Then you
thousand?
gotta pay. Yeah, then you gotta pay a 5%. You gotta pay a 5% premium to the auction because they sold it to you. So it ended up being around 16.5 total, and then of course with interest, my interest is around 14%.
What's your term on that loan?
It's 4 years, but I'm trying to pay it after two. The only reason why I want to wait after 2 years is because and I don't know if it's true or not. Maybe he just told me that so I kept the loan and I pay more interest. But the my loan officer, he told me
Uh-huh.
that because he's my first business, so I'm trying to build some business credit too. He told me that if I pay it off before 2 years, it really doesn't reflect on my business credit like that. So he
Let
might
me
just be telling me that so I can keep it there and pay more interest. But I
what's
don't
your
know.
what's your
That's what he
what's your
told me.
rate, man? What's your interest rate?
My insurance of
Interest, interest,
1,400
interest. No, your
interest
interest
14
interest
14
rate.
14%.
14%?
1 4. Yes, sir.
You got no prepayment penalty, right?
No,
Man, pay that thing off, man. That shit ain't no money, bro. Make you some more money.
right? Yeah,
Start
yeah.
parceling. Know what it's costing you to run your truck before you run yourself out of business.
Mhm.
Straight up. Know what it's costing you to run your truck. You don't even know what it costs you to run your truck. You just running. You don't know what the hell you costing you. Go look at that video on how to do cost per mile. Come up with your cost per mile.
Now I'm gonna do that right now. For
Do
real.
that and come back and holler at me in 30 days. Redo your cost per mile so you can know what it is that it's costing you, right? Down to the T.
Hmm.
Start partialing because you taking shit for $1.20. You say your cost per
No,
mile
no, no.
probably owe.
I'll be partialing though. I'll be partialing. It's
Let me ask you this:
not every time.
how much is your insurance
It's 15.
total for both trucks?
No, for total for both trucks, it's 22.
So one is 15 and the other is 7?
Mm-hmm.
What are you paying $700 on? What truck? What kind of truck is this?
It's the 2017 um, International.
How many miles is on it?
It's one. I bought it at 191. It's about 10,000 miles over that now.
So
So
about
like
200, 200,
two
200,
two
201.
on
Oh,
yeah.
and who's listed as a driver on the truck?
I had well, I removed the other guy, but it was all three of so there was three of us. Of course, myself because I was driving it first, then my two drivers that I had. Now just me and the other guy that I'm overpaying. Yes, us two
So, so
on the insurance.
what's on your MVR,
MVR, my
your motor vehicle report?
um that I have two trucks.
No, what's on your MVR, your motor vehicle report? Your motor vehicle report. You don't know what a motor vehicle report is, do you? Just say no, I
Like my
don't know.
registration? No, no, but
Your motor
no, my
vehicle
registration.
report. Your motor vehicle report.
I don't
Your
know.
motor vehicle report.
I don't know.
What's on your driver's motor vehicle report?
I don't know. I don't know what it is.
All right. So who's your insurance company?
Berkshire.
So when you bought the truck, you said, "Hey, Berkshire broker guy, I got a new truck." They
Hmm.
said, "All right, we're gonna list the driver. Who you want to be a driver, right?" You gave them
Hmm.
the name, you gave them the license, all the information.
Hmm.
They said we're gonna get back to you with a
Hmm.
quote for the new truck. They
Right.
ran the
Yeah.
MVR report.
Hmm.
Nobody communicated if anything was on the MVR for you even know what the MVR is.
Oh, like yeah. Like when my insurance agent asked me for my license to like look pretty much at my driver's history. Is that what it is? Is that what the NPR is?
Yeah,
Yes, sir.
and
Yeah. They did that. They did that. Yeah, definitely. Yeah. No,
so
I mean
what's on your
I'm good.
MVR?
I only had like a ticket years ago, so they say that helped a lot with the price.
Okay, what about the other guy? What about your driver?
He's no, he's good. He doesn't have any tickets. He's over 29. He's 34 years old. So whenever I added him, because at first my insurance policy was just me, and then I added him, and then whenever I sent his license, they ran his motor vehicle report. Now I know that's what it's called. They ran it, and they said it's not gonna be no extra charge when they got back to me if I wanted to add him. So
Seems kind of low, but okay for your age. And you got him listed on the other truck as well?
no, just on this one, just on the first one,
And who you got listed on the other truck? Just you?
just me now. Yeah.
And the other truck is paid for. You paying $350 a month on this truck. You paying $2,200 insurance. How far are you running?
I try to stay. So we're taking up. We all home base is Texas. Um, but one of my dispatching courses kind of gave me a zone that I should stay in. With buck trucks. So it's pretty
Okay.
much like the furthest I go in the Northwest is Minnesota. The lowest I'll go in the Midwest and to the East Coast would be like North Carolina. So pretty much I have an area that I cover there. Wisconsin. Um,
Yeah. 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 Yo, you there? All right. You froze up. If you can hear me, you froze up. If not, I'm gonna bring up the next person. This is gonna be the last person I bring up, I think. Craig. So Craig, I'm finna come to you. I think I know who Craig is. I think Craig is from Arizona, I believe. Victor going once. Victor going twice. All right, Victor. This is what I need you to do, Victor. I need you to get your shit together. I need you to watch that video that I got on cost per mile. And I need you to get your cost per mile together. And I need you to come back up in a month. All right? You froze, so I'm going to bring somebody else up.